Hi, it's Duke Clark again, and we're in day 8, and I'm in between rainstorms right now, so it's kind of cloudy out here and a little dark, but we're going to try to get this in. Day 8 of starting again, okay? And the question today is, have your assumptions and your realities changed? And these are questions that you have to ask yourself about what are your assumptions? What are your realities? Have you taken that question and broken it down for yourself? What is your assumption about your age, about your skill level, about where you've been before, about what you've done before? Has any of that changed? Can you see yourself in a new and different light? Have you taken the time to question your realities? Are your realities really realities? Can they be changed? Have they been changed? Take some time to question these assumptions and about life and about what we consider reality. Consider the children of Israel. They assumed that Goliath was unbeatable. They assumed that he was could not be overtaken by anybody. Their reality in their mind was that they were defeated. They were cowering behind, embankments or fortresses, not fortresses because they were outside, but hiding behind hills and places, running away from the giant Goliath. David decided to bend reality. David decided that he didn't have the assumption that Goliath was going to win, that there was no reality that he was unbeatable. He, as a young man, decided to take on Goliath, and he did, and he won. When you go through the scriptures and you look for records like this, Gideon against a massive army so big, the illustration I've used is, it says camel without number. To me, that means that when you start counting at one end, by the time you get to the other end and counted them, they've already had babies. So you couldn't keep up with the numbers. I mean, that's my assumption. So Gideon he assumed, everybody assumed this army was too big. Everybody thought the reality was they were defeated, but Gideon had a different picture. Deborah, when they'd been enslaved for 20 years, I think, by another nation, she decided to not have an assumption that they would continue to be under slavery, and the reality was that they were going to take over. Joshua, when the spies went into the land to check it out, everybody came back and said it can't be done. They assumed the enemy was too big. The reality was the enemy was too great. Joshua and Caleb decided that was not their reality, and they decided to bend it, to change it. Look, even in the business realm, Microsoft taking on IBM. IBM was the giant, the Goliath at that time. Microsoft did not assume that they were the masters of the race in the computer industry. They decided to change things, to do something different, and they did. Entire industries have changed and evolved and developed because people gave up. They moved away from their assumptions and what they consider to be the present reality. And that's what we have to do. If we're going to start again, that's what we have to do. How about you? Have you questioned your assumptions and your realities about life, and where are you taking them at this point? So that's what we have for today's session, day 8 on starting again.